Today's Super Nintendo gem is Cybernator. This is a game by Masaya and published by Konami for the Super Nintendo, released in 1992 in Japan and then localized by Konami here in the States in 1993. This is a robot game, and I think it's awesome from memory, but let's see if it really is awesome and worth your time. Cybernator was released for the Super Nintendo in April of 1993. It is part of the Assault Suit series, which has a few titles released in Japan and other regions only. Cybernator is the second of these games to be released in the States, with previous entries being Target Earth, which was released for the Sega Genesis. Cybernator plays as a side-scrolling mech action game. I know I just called it a robot game, but they are actually mechs, so sorry about that. Also, why does he look like a Mecha Doom guy? Cybernator has some good variety here. While some of the levels are regular platforming-based missions, some levels have you flying in space in zero-G or playing like a horizontal shmup. Each level has a specific objective for you to complete through 7 different stages. This can make some of them really short if you know what you were doing. The controls take a little bit to get used to, but the game does allow you to switch to a few different control styles at the main menu. You can switch your weapons between shooting and punching, and later on can get a laser ability as well. Combat feels fine, but movement can be a bit sluggish, especially when trying to move vertically with your jetpack. I would often miss platforms until I got the hang of it. Despite the game's length, it can be quite hard. That's unless you get the Napalm ability. To unlock it, you have to play the first level without damaging any enemy except defeating the stage boss. And Napalm is super broken. It's so loud, the explosions it makes are ginormous, and it just mows down everything in the game. There's still a challenge in the later stages, but having Napalm makes it a lot more manageable. Graphically, I do like the animation quality in this game, and some stages do really cool tricks with the lighting and scenery. There's a lot of good variety here. The music has a triumphant feel with trumpets and horns, and it goes well with the large-scale explosions and destructions that are all over the place. Even the box art looks badass. You really feel powerful in your assault suit. Something that Cybernator does that sets it apart from other games is its presentation of the story. Each level has a big mission briefing that describes your objective, and while you play, sometimes gameplay will pause so that your radio buddies can keep you informed as the mission status changes. I like this idea on paper, but when gameplay is constantly pausing for the story that isn't really engaging, it can be a burden. Clearly, the Assault Suit series has a larger focus on its world building and warring factions, but a lot of it I'm just not interested in. Even the title screen, if you wait long enough, loops this multiple minute-long narration about the story and setting. They're really proud of what they've created here. If you're looking for a more unique run-and-gun type game on the Super Nintendo, Cybernator is a good pick-up-and-play game. As of this recording, cartridges average to around $35, which for a quality Super Nintendo game is pretty good these days. If you can find it for cheap, I'd say it's worth it. Cybernator would go on to have a PS2 port released in Japan and PAL regions, and the original was also released for the Wii and Wii U Virtual Consoles. The Assault Suit series still get releases today, with the most recent one being a remake of Target Earth released in 2015. And that is Cybernator. I still think this is one of the more interesting games by Konami on the Super Nintendo, and definitely one that you should pick up for your Super Nintendo collection. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and in the meantime, thank you for watching.